Rejection is rarely the end of a path. It is often a silent signal pointing you toward a better one. Instead of reacting emotionally, train yourself to pause and reinterpret the situation. When someone says no, it does not automatically mean you are unworthy or incapable. It simply means that in that moment, your offer, idea, or presence did not align with their needs, timing, or perspective. This shift in thinking is powerful because it removes personal attachment from the outcome. Machiavellian thinking teaches you to see beyond the surface. Every rejection carries hidden information. It reveals what people value, what they fear, and where your approach needs adjustment. Rather than withdrawing, observe carefully. Ask yourself, what can I learn? What can I improve? What angle did I miss? By doing this, rejection becomes a tool rather than a setback. You begin to use it strategically, refining your communication, strengthening your positioning, and choosing better opportunities. Over time, this mindset builds resilience and control. You stop chasing approval and start creating it. In the end, those who succeed are not the ones who avoid rejection, but the ones who reshape it into direction, using every no as a step closer to the right. Yes, one of the most powerful uses of rejection is learning when to step back deliberately. Instead of chasing people, opportunities, or approval after being rejected, you withdraw your attention and energy. This is not weakness, it is controlled distance. When you stop pursuing, you shift the dynamic. People often value what feels less available. Machiavellian strategy emphasizes control over perception. When you appear unaffected by rejection, it creates curiosity. Others begin to question your value. Why didn't they chase? What do they know that I don't? This subtle psychological shift can turn indifference into interest. Strategic withdrawal also protects your dignity. Constant pursuit after rejection lowers your perceived value, while silence and distance increase it. Use this time to improve yourself, upgrade your skills, refine your image, and strengthen your position. When you return stronger, not disparate. This method works because humans are naturally drawn to what feels scarce and self-assured. By stepping back, you allow others the space to reconsider. Sometimes they come back, and even if they don't, you have already elevated yourself. True power is not in forcing acceptance. It is in knowing when to walk away and let your absence speak louder than your presence. Rejection can be transformed into a strategic advantage if you know how to use it as leverage. Instead of seeing a no as a closed door, treat it as a shift in negotiation power. When someone rejects you, they often reveal their limits, preferences, or fears. This information is valuable. It tells you exactly where their boundaries lie and where you can reposition yourself. Rather than pushing harder in the same direction, change your approach. Adjust your offer, timing, or method in a way that aligns more closely with what the other side wants. Sometimes, presenting a slightly different version of your idea can turn a rejection into acceptance. Other times, using the rejection to explore alternative options gives you stronger bargaining power elsewhere. Machiavellian thinking focuses on adaptability and control. If one path is blocked, you don't stop, you pivot. You might use the rejection to create competition, seek better opportunities, or return later with improved value. The key is to never let rejection weaken your position. Instead, use it to strengthen your strategy. In many cases, Those who reject you initially may reconsider when they see your growth or when circumstances change. By staying strategic and patient, you convert rejection into a tool of influence, turning a temporary setback into long-term leverage. Rejection only has power over you if you react emotionally. The moment you take it personally, you lose clarity and control. Instead, train yourself to detach your feelings from the situation. See rejection as a neutral event, not an attack on your identity, but a simple response based on circumstances. Machiavellian thinking is rooted in emotional discipline. When others expect you to react with frustration, disappointment, or desperation, and you remain calm, you immediately gain an advantage. Your composure makes you unpredictable and harder to manipulate. It also signals confidence, which naturally increases your perceived value. By staying detached, you can think strategically. You analyze instead of reacting. You observe patterns, understand motives, and choose your next move wisely. This allows you to respond with precision rather than impulse. Emotional control also protects your energy. Instead of wasting time proving yourself to someone who rejected you, you redirect your focus toward better opportunities. This shift not only preserves your self-respect, but also strengthens your long-term position. In the end, those who master rejection are not the ones who feel nothing, but the ones who refuse to let emotions dictate their decisions. Control your reaction, and you control the outcome.
Rejection can either weaken your confidence or refine your identity. The choice is yours. Instead of letting a no define your worth, use it as a moment to strengthen who you are. Every rejection is a test of self-perception. If your confidence depends on external approval, you will always feel unstable. But if you build your identity from within, rejection loses its power over you. Machiavellian thinking values self-definition over validation. You must decide your value before the world does. When you are rejected, don't shrink, expand. Improve your skills, sharpen your mindset, and elevate your standards. Let rejection push you into becoming someone harder to ignore. This approach also changes how others see you. People are naturally drawn to those who are self-assured and grounded. When you carry yourself with quiet confidence, even after rejection, it signals strength. It shows that your worth is not negotiable. Over time, repeated rejection becomes fuel. It shapes your personality into something more resilient, focused, and disciplined. You stop seeking approval and start commanding respect. In the end, rejection is not a judgment of who you are. It is an opportunity to become someone stronger. Build an identity so solid that no rejection can shake it. Rejection is one of the most honest forms of feedback you will ever receive. Instead of ignoring it or taking it personally, use it as fuel for improvement. Every no highlights a gap, whether in your skills, approach, timing, or presentation. If you can identify that gap, you gain a clear direction for growth. Machiavellian thinking is not about giving up after failure. It is about evolving after every setback. When rejected, ask yourself, what can I do better next time? Then act on it immediately. Improve your communication, refine your strategy, and strengthen your abilities. Small, consistent upgrades compound into powerful results. This mindset turns rejection into motivation. Instead of feeling discouraged, you become driven. You begin to see each rejection as progress, proof that you are moving, trying, and learning. While others quit, you sharpen yourself. Over time, this relentless improvement makes you difficult to ignore. The same people or opportunities that once rejected you may start to notice your growth. And even if they don't, you will have already moved beyond them. In the end, rejection is not a barrier. It is a training ground. Those who use it to improve relentlessly are the ones who eventually reach a level where rejection becomes rare and success becomes inevitable.
Rejection gives you a unique opportunity to become less predictable and more intriguing. Instead of explaining yourself, defending your position, or trying to win approval after being rejected, choose silence and subtlety. Say less, reveal less, and let people wonder about you. Mystery creates value because people are naturally drawn to what they cannot fully understand. Machiavellian strategy often relies on controlled visibility. When everything about you is obvious, you become easy to dismiss. But when you hold back, your thoughts, your next moves, your full potential, you create curiosity. After rejection, this becomes even more powerful. The person who rejected you may begin to question their decision. Did I overlook something? Is there more to them than I saw? This approach shifts attention back to you without effort. Instead of chasing validation, you allow others to reconsider on their own. At the same time, you use this period to quietly improve yourself, so when you reappear, you are not only more mysterious, but also more valuable. Mystery also protects your power. The less people know about your intentions, the harder it is for them to control or predict you. In the end, rejection is not a moment to expose everything. It is a moment to become more selective, more strategic, and far more intriguing. Rejection is often a sign that you are investing your time and energy in the wrong place. Instead of trying to force acceptance where it doesn't naturally exist, use rejection as a signal to redirect your focus toward better opportunities. Not every door is meant to open for you, and that's an advantage, not a loss. Machiavellian thinking is about efficiency and positioning. Powerful individuals do not waste resources chasing low-value outcomes. When faced with rejection, they quickly assess, is this still worth my effort? If the answer is no, they move on without hesitation. This ability to detach and redirect is what separates progress from stagnation. By shifting your focus, you free yourself to explore paths where your value is recognized and appreciated. Often, a rejection protects you from settling for less than you deserve. It pushes you toward environments, people, and opportunities that align more closely with your strengths. This strategy also builds momentum. Instead of staying stuck in one place, you keep moving forward, increasing your chances of success elsewhere. Over time, this creates a pattern where rejection becomes redirection towards something better. In the end, success is not about forcing every opportunity to work. It's about choosing the right ones. Let rejection guide you toward higher value paths. If you enjoy this kind of powerful content, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss any new videos.
Press the bell icon and turn on notifications. Show your support and become part of the journey.